Kanye West. The mere mention of these words can be the source of incredible controversy, and your opinion on them can cause the scorn of others, Twitter wars, or even scare the hoes away. So, just like anime. With those similarities, why not examine both of these topics in one video? Kanye's favorite anime. It's no secret that Kanye is an avid fan of Japanese culture and anime, a weeb, if you will.
Kanye West des dozo yoroshiku.
Now, most people know about his numerous references to Akira in the past, but his appreciation of anime has gone much deeper than most would know. So buckle up, get your copy of 21 Jump Street ready, and let's get into it.
Somebody say amen to this.
First off, let's get some honorable mentions out of the way. There is a chance that Kanye likes Golden Boy and Love Hina. However, when I did some digging, I couldn't find any interviews, sources, or lyrics to back this up. The only thing I found was this image, which seems to be the source of the claim. Now, given that this image looks like a Facebook post, I'm not going to include it in the main list, but I figured I should at least shout it out. Alright, now let's get into the list. At number 7, we have Lime Barrels of Iron. Now, right off the bat, I know most of y'all are like, Lime Barrels of what? The hell is that? Well, Lime Barrels of Iron is a 2008 mecha anime based off the manga of the same name. It features an extremely self-righteous teenager who bumps into a girl, or should I say the girl bumps into him? And he gains control of a mecha suit as a result. There's a lot more to it, but that's the basic premise. Now, Kanye actually shouted out this anime in a now deleted tweet, since Elon sent Ye's Twitter account into the Shadow Realm. In this tweet, Kanye said manga all day next to a picture of the main mech suit from Lime Barrels of Iron. While this tweet was deleted, it has been reported on news sites and the comments are actually still under the original post. You see a lot of people saying that it's a Gundam. And they're actually not too far off with that guess, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Also, Kanye did say manga all day in the tweet, but it should be noted that the anime actually heavily deviated from the manga. And let me tell you right now that the anime was not great in my opinion. Like, it isn't flat out terrible, but I'd say it's very average, like the definition of a 5 out of 10. I mean, just from watching this show, I am extremely confident that the manga is way better. So maybe Kanye is voicing the good old manga is better sentiment. Or maybe he just read the manga. It's possible, but I'm gonna include it in my ranking anyways because it's my video, so...
That's some old bullshit.
Alright, at number 6 we have Spirited Away. Now, you're probably wondering, why the hell is Spirited Away so low on this list? Well, first of all, I'm not even gonna lie, Kanye has some pretty keynote taste. So for Spirited Away to land so low on this list is not a knock against it, it's just a testament to how stacked this list is. Anyways, Kanye has mentioned Spirited Away in a now infamous tweet where he argued that there's no way that it was better than Akira. And don't worry, Ye, if you're watching this video, I did not put Akira lower on the list than Spirited Away. As for the anime itself, what is there to say about Spirited Away? I mean, it's a Ghibli classic for sure. Alright, at number 5, we have Attack on Titan. Yep, that's right, Attack on Titan. Now, to explain Ye's connection to AOT, I first need to note how Kanye has numerous Yeezy warehouses set up for him to work on his music, clothes, and storing stuff. Well, if you go inside one of these warehouses, there is a 100-foot screen. Yeah, that's right, 100 foot. There's footage of him watching basketball on this 100-foot screen, and even Blade Runner 2049 with the tweet, "I watch Blade Runner on repeat." I mean, come on, that's pretty base, I'm not gonna lie.
White. Impressive. Very nice.
And guess what else has been seen on this 100-foot screen? That's right, Attack on Titan. This man was watching Attack on Titan on a 100-foot screen. The man really had like a Titan-sized TV to get really immersed in the universe. Now, this picture is apparently in one of his Atlanta warehouses, which was probably back in 2019 or 2020. We see the caption of 100-foot screen, which matches up with the tweet in the size of the screen we saw previously, and we also see that the roof in this picture matches the one from the video footage. Now, even if you're a Kanye hater, you gotta say there's some interesting parallels you could draw from that series. And personally, I think Attack on Titan is an amazing series with great arcs, world building, animation, and music. While many criticize AOT for its ending and consider it a low, I didn't have too much of a problem with it, and the highs of the show in my opinion are peak fiction. But Attack on Titan is not the only anime Kanye has played in the workspace on a giant screen. So at number 4, we have Angel's Egg. Now let's fast forward to the Donda arc. When Kanye was working on his album Donda, long-term mentor and collaborator Dame Dash was making a documentary on the process, and in it, we have a clip of Kanye directly recommending Angel's Egg.
Now we got another movie that you gotta watch before you get into it. It's called Angel's Egg.
Kanye even took direct inspiration from Angel's Egg in a short film he made titled With Child, which I don't think was ever fully released, but check out these comparison shots. Now, if you've seen Angel's Egg and listened to Kanye's music, it's not hard to see why this anime would resonate with Kanye so much. The main theme of Angel's Egg is struggling with one's religious identity, especially in a world devoid of God. Struggling with one's religious identity in the face of a materialistic, consumerist world is a consistent theme across Kanye's discography, going back all the way to his very first album, College Dropout. It also has a very dystopian aesthetic, which is also a huge influence on Kanye's fashion products. Next, at number 3, we have Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. Back in 2022, Kanye dropped an Instagram post of movies he was watching, all of which are Kino by the way. He had Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, an absolute banger of a movie and has the best duel in the franchise, Fight Me.
You are a bold one.
He also had The Northman, which is an amazing film and super underrated. If you like Vinland Saga, definitely check this movie out. And last but not least, he had Nausicaa, one of Miyazaki's best films and in my opinion, better than Spirited Away.
You are on this council, but we do not grant you the rank of master.
What? How can you do this? This is outrageous. It's unfair.
Similarly to Angel's Egg, there's definitely a lot of religious symbolism in this film. I mean, Nausicaa herself is basically Jesus if he was an anime girl, which now that I'm saying it out loud is a very, very cursed sentence. But anyways, she is a pacifist who ends up being the messiah in a prophecy, sacrifices her life for humanity and the planet in general, and is then resurrected. Another one of the themes in Nausicaa, and possibly the biggest one, is the environment, specifically how humans can bring about the destruction of the planet, its ecosystem, and ultimately themselves. And this is also something Kanye has commented on. In terms of environment, Kanye has also brought attention to the UN's Sustainable Development Goals way back in 2018. Also, there's a bunch of different bug designs in this anime that I wouldn't be surprised if they inspired Yeezy product designs. And even outside of inspiration, this movie is without a doubt a masterpiece. And like I said, I do think it's Miyazaki's best film. It perfectly balances so many different themes and the animation is just amazing. Alright, number 2, we have Mobile Suit Gundam. Now, Mobile Suit Gundam is a gigantic series with an even bigger influence on the anime industry. And I'm not just saying that because it has cool as hell giant robots, although you have to be a really stingy person to not like giant robots. And clearly, I'm not the only one that thinks this because Kanye loves Gundam too. In fact, he loves it enough to do a photo shoot with a statue of Char Zaku. I mean, come on, if I had millions of dollars right now, a Char Zaku statue would be an easy cop. Also, considering Ye shouted out another mech anime with line barrels, I wouldn't be surprised at all if the OG Gundam was what sparked his love for mechs. Now for the series itself, besides its dated animation, Gundam in my opinion is still a great anime. The mech designs for one are all cool as hell and the sound design design is iconically distinct. The characters are all interesting with different character arcs, which the story juggles well with its politics and warfare. And honestly, I'm just a huge sucker for space operas because I love the grandness, grittiness, and melodrama of the genre. Also, without Gundam, the anime industry would without a doubt be different today, and you most likely wouldn't have anime like Gurren Lagann, Code Geass, and even Evangelion. So yeah, it wouldn't have felt right putting Gundam anywhere below number 2. But now we're at number 1. And number 1, I'm sure everyone knows, is Bleach. In the song Father Stretch My Hands Part 1, Kanye raps, "Now if I fuck this model and she just bleached her asshole and I get bleach on my t-shirt, I'ma feel like an asshole." This is clearly alluding to Bleach, the hit anime and one of the big 3. Alright, I'm fucking with y'all. It's clearly Akira, alright? It's no surprise that Akira is number 1 here. Not only has Kanye been consistently vocal about his love for Akira, but it's also one of my favorite anime of all time. Let's do a quick rundown of Kanye's history with Akira. In 2007, his music video for Stronger, the hit single off his third album Graduation, he made Graduation, was based on Akira and had shots paying direct homage to scenes from the anime. Not only that, but Kanye had an entire replica of Kanada's bike built, although it unfortunately did not make it into the video, possibly due to copyright issues. He also tweeted about Akira being better than Spirited Away, like I mentioned earlier, as well as it being tied for his favorite film of all time. In another tweet, he mentioned how he thought about Akira in almost everything he did, from music videos to stage shows, and that the anime was his biggest creative inspiration. This was reiterated by him in 2020 when he said that Akira was one of the references in his creative process for making Yeezy sneakers.
Akira, the movie Akira, my mom took me to see Akira when I was really young, and the shapes and the color palettes and the general mood of the film had always been a big inspiration for Yeezy.
Kanye even met up with Katsuhiro Otomo, the mangaka behind Akira, as well as the director and scriptwriter of the film. On top of that, he met him at the Akira exhibit and gave him a pair of wave runners, because you know a legend like that has to be dripped out. Otomo described Kanye as a very shy and polite guy, and that they had fun with some drinks. In fact, they even sat down and drew together. Now, if that doesn't show you how much Kanye loves Akira, know that even in the midst of his divorce with Kim, Ye made a point of taking his Akira graphic novels back, in which he said Kim accused him of stealing. And reminder that Kim likes Darling in the Franxx, so I highly doubt she would be reading peak fiction like Akira. And besides that, Akira is without a doubt a masterpiece. Its animation more than holds up to today's standards, had a huge influence in growing anime's Western audiences, has an amazing soundtrack, and the story is also, in my opinion, really overhated because, you know, some people just don't get the themes or what the film's going for. I will say the manga expands on its themes way more, but the film itself is still super solid there. Anyways, that's Kanye's favorite anime ranked. If you liked the video, like and subscribe, and I'll let you know who was in Paris.